Zach Ertz taking his time. It's been well reported that he wants to play for a playoff team, and the Chiefs are interested in Zach Ertz. Now, as far as I don't know the money contract aspect of it, I don't know any of that stuff. But I have to imagine it's gonna be a 1-year deal, probably something small because he wants to play for a ring. You play obviously you're a tight end, and this is what we've talked about: signing receivers in the middle of the season. How hard that can be for a receiver to kind of learn that playbook, right? Now, we've never really had to talk about a signing a tight end in the middle of the season. Now, I want to know, what you think of his fit in Kansas City, because we're talking about, needing another guy, another playmaker that doesn't have to be a receiver per se. So you get a guy like Zach Ertz who can bring someone to the table. How would he fit in Kansas City? And what would kind of be the, I guess, the ways of the learning the playbook? Would that be tougher for a tight end? I mean, because we talk about how receivers have a hard time with the playbook, but a guy coming in midseason, a tight end, how hard would that be for a tight end to kind of learn this playbook midway through the season, or more than midway through the season?
I don't think it'd be hard for Zach Ertz at all. I think because of his experience, he'd be able to pick up things pretty easy, and especially with his craftiness. He's a crafty receiver, tight end. He can get open. He can move the chains. Do we move on a guy like that? I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind at all. That is that 12 and 13 personnel you could possibly use. But Zach Ertz could be that guy that you say, hey, look, we don't need for you to stretch the defense. We just need you to get open in the middle, right? So even if you are doubling up Travis, we have Zach Ertz who can throw the ball to. But look, Noah Gray fits at Bill for us. He fits at Bill for us. So you could get depth there. Okay, it could be another guy. My thing is, I don't know. I really don't know. I love to have Zach Ertz here. If we could get him for the price, right price, I think he'd work nicely. Like I said, he's a guy that can get you 5-8 yards, just running routes. So, good tight end. Good tight end. I don't believe that it will take him long to understand the things what he needs to do. He's been around the block a little bit. He's got a great feel for the game and defenses. That would definitely help us out. So, but I don't know. I don't know if that's something that you need to do right now or not.
Yeah, I mean, according to Kelsey's podcast, he said everything we had to get right is in the room right now.
That's true. No, it is. It's true. So my thing is, if we got the guys in the room, we've been building that rapport. We've been building that relationship, trying to establish those things. Do you bring a guy in to say, okay, well, you're going to fill the void? Well, we thought the void was filled with these other guys. Let's get those other guys going. Let's get Kadarius Toney going, right? Let's get him going a little bit more. Okay. So we got guys in the room to do those things. We got a Noah Gray who can go out there and catch footballs and get in space and do all those things we ask him to do. And he's been doing a damn good job of it too. Damn good job of it. So,
and quite frankly, I think we get, if this were to happen, right? Talking about 13 personnel, we saw it a lot last week where Blake Bell was coming out there towards the end of that game. You put 13 personnel with Kelsey, Gray, and Zach Ertz. That's 3 sure-handed guys right there.
That's different than with Bell in there for sure, but it still kind of limits you. I like the 12 more than I like the 13. I love 13. I love as many tight ends as you can get in the game, personally. Okay, I just love the ability and the options that you have in 12 personnel as opposed to the 13 personnel that you want to put in the game. Okay, because you still have 2 wide receivers out there, and you still got 2 pass catching tight ends that can do it all and can still block. So it puts defenses on their heels because they don't know what to do. They don't know what they're going to get.
Give a shout out to Go for Casey Forever. Great show and nice hearing Jay Don his take on things.
Appreciate that.
I think we get number 1 seed. Go Chiefs.
That's right,
go, baby.
Absolutely, no doubt. Go for Casey Forever. Absolutely, my man. Or female, whoever you are. Appreciate you. Thank you. We're right with you.
Yeah, I do gotta say I love the love that Noah Gray's getting by everybody here. A lot of people online on Twitter were all about bringing in Zach Ertz, big names. A lot of people naturally go to the big name kind of guys. I don't think it should take away from Noah Gray. I think it just adds kind of another weapon that we have, and who knows, a guy like Ertz could probably maybe take away some of the reps from maybe one of the receivers that we have. Maybe having him out there, could be 13 personnel with having him in there, but maybe taking away some reps from one of the receivers who, if we kind of take away from the 8-man rotation that we have?
The only thing about that would be because you still have receivers who can go hit their head on the goalpost every time they catch it. They're a little bit more elusive. Zach Ertz he done now. You talking about lose a step? He's done lost 2 or 3. So I'm just I'm not trying to be funny either. I'm just Zach has been hurt. He's been hurt over the years, and that's been part of the problem. But he's still a capable receiver. He's got great hands. This doesn't catch anything thrown to him. But I think when you're talking about getting into small windows, we have guys in the building that can do things that other people just can't do. Okay. And particularly when I'm talking about Kadarius Toney is that guy. I like Richie James. Richie James is another guy that can do a lot of different things in that space. He runs great routes. He got good hands. There's things he can do. He can help us out. So I think we just keep growing with what we have, right? Don't disrupt that process. Don't disrupt it. And I think that we're right there. We're right there, Marcus. Just continue to get better. Coming into this week, playing this this New England game, and we know Belichick is going to give everything that he could possibly do. Okay, this is a great test for us because they're going to try to take away the things that we do well on offense. Which name one, Travis Kelce. Okay, how do you subdue Rashid Rice? Okay, if Isaiah Pacheco comes in, how do we stop him? That's Bill Belichick. That's what he does. He customizes what you do well and try to beat you to it. Okay, so the thing is, other guys need to come out and produce, and hopefully we'll see that this week. So,
and like we've said on the shows we've had this week, it seems like we are kind of fine tuning that. The personnel groupings. Yes, we had a problem with that last play personnel grouping, but it seems like every week we're kind of fine tuning that personnel grouping. You're starting to see a limit of the amount of guys who are getting more reps. We're seeing less snaps for MVS, less snaps for Sky Moore, more snaps for Rashid Rice, more snaps for our guy Richie James, who's starting to get acclimated in the offense a little more. Obviously, he was hurt for more than half the season, but starting to see him get acclimated a little more. Seems like they're kind of fine-tuning who's going to get more reps as we get closer to grind time and the playoff stretch here. So, yeah, I'm curious to see as the season continues this weekend. I'm curious to see which receivers are getting more and more snaps. If we are going to see more Rice, more KT. Yeah, and KT as well. He's gotten more snaps. We've been calling for the last few weeks. He's getting more reps. And I do have a feeling that with all the crap that he got this week, I have a feeling, and based on the way Andy is, I feel they're going to not force feed him the ball. I feel like we're going to see first couple drives of that game. They're going to see some snaps for Toney where that ball, whether it's jet motion, quick screen, he's going to get the ball a few times in the first 2 drives of that game, I believe.
Yeah, he should. He absolutely should, man. We got to get him going. I'm all for it. So, man made a mistake, but we got to keep getting him going. I'm going to keep leaning on him. I know Andy's going to do it too. So he's a weapon for a reason, and we need to utilize that weapon. It's time to sharpen him up, man, because we're going to war. It's all about war now, okay? Oh, yeah. It's what it is. But appreciate it. John Clever said JD makes it sound like Ertz is crawling on the field doing rounds of block alone. No, man. Hey, look, man. I'm trying to be as easy as possible on it, man. Yeah, but for sure, I think our guys are gonna be ready.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out the best clips from Chief Concerns. And if you prefer to listen to the show, subscribe and follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else you get your podcasts.